Hello there, everybody. I'm Mr. Gibbonpie. This is Let's Play Kirby's Dreamland. Alright, I've been doing Sonic games for quite a while now, so I figure I better mix it up with a little bit of Kirby. And let me tell you why I want to do Kirby. It's because it's my favorite video game series ever! Ever! My favorite, okay? I have grown up with this series. Kirby is my favorite superhero. He is awesome, and we are going to be playing some Kirby games! Sonic's number 2, though. Just letting y'all know. Anyway, this is Kirby's Dreamland, and, well, yeah, it's the first Kirby game. And it's quite a bit different than, well, the other games in the Kirby series. First of all, Kirby doesn't have his copy abilities. That didn't come until Kirby's Adventure. So, there's that. Also, on the box art, Kirby was white, because you see, the people who were making the game couldn't quite decide if they wanted Kirby to be pink or yellow. Ultimately, they decided on pink, of course, and so the Japanese got the pink Kirby. However, the Americans didn't get the memo, so they just colored him white since, well, they didn't know what color he was supposed to be. Alright, another difference is that the levels are structured in a very interesting manner. You see, in most Kirby games to come, there will be multiple levels in a world. Except in this one, well, there isn't. It's just one level is a world. And in each level, there's one mini-boss, which was Poppy Bros Sr. Oh, back there that we fought. Very easy. It'll have 3 dots of health. Won't be a problem at all. And then there'll be a boss with a full 6 bars of health. I mean, well, yeah, 6 dots of health. A full health bar. Just like Kirby does. Alright, now, admittedly, this isn't exactly a game that I've played a whole lot. You see, while I did have a Game Boy Color, I never actually got Kirby's Dreamland on it. I don't think I've ever actually seen a physical copy of this game. That's why I'm playing it on the Kirby's Dream Collection. So, here we have Wispy Woods. Even though I've never played this game a whole lot, you know, I've done some practice runs, but that's about it. Wispy isn't hard at all. He's pretty much the first boss of most Kirby games, with the exception of Kirby the Amazing Mirror. He kind of had a counterpart in King Golem there, and Kirby Squeak Squad, which had DDD as the first boss for some reason. Also, there are a couple side games, but, you know, that's not important. So in any case, it's Castle LOLOLO! It's a very interesting Kirby level. Here we're introduced to what are effectively the copy abilities of this game. Items! There are a couple items. That was the mic, and this is the bomb! In most games, inhaling multiple opponents will allow you to sort of have a superstar that you can spit out. Not in this game, but they do have the bomb, which is sort of the same thing. Now this game has a lot of interesting and unique enemies that, well, the rest of the Kirby series doesn't have. And I guess that could be said about most Kirby games, really, but this one, it seems to have the highest number of them. Another thing that's odd about this game is that you cannot attack things underwater. Like, at all. No combat underwater. Alright, here we have the Invincibility Lollipop. Everybody should know this. Well, it's not actually the Invincibility Lollipop. It's called the Hyper Candy. And it makes you invincible. It's a lollipop, so, you know, there's that. And flying right into a wall! Yeah, Kirby isn't too good at that yet. Alright, so here's our mini-boss of this area, LOLOLO! From the game, well, I believe it was Adventures of LOLOLO. It was a nice little puzzle block-pushing game. And by nice, I mean hellish! Thing is hard! But yeah, LOLOLO, also with LOLOLO, who we'll be seeing later, appeared in the Kirby anime as Fololo and Falala, respectively. They weren't really that important. They had like one episode dedicated to them and sort of appeared in the background. Alright, so there's LOLOLO down there. In Lolo's Adventure, that's, he was originally just 2 Lo's, by the way, Lolo had to save Lala from some force of evil. I'm not entirely sure about the plot of this game, but this boss battle is very interesting. Because you see, the game, Kirby Superstar, has sort of a remake of this game in it, except with copy abilities and such. And the boss in that game had only 3 floors, as opposed to the 4 that we have to move around on right now. And that actually made the level harder, which is rather interesting, considering that, well, it's supposed to be like the first game in the game that you play, it's supposed to be the easiest thing you do. But, yeah, they basically just walk through these doors. And then in Kirby Superstar Ultra, the remake of Kirby Superstar, they actually had a hard version of the first minigame, sort of like the extra mode in this game, which had this boss with 3 floors for some reason, so they actually made that easier. Another thing that was changed in Kirby Superstar is the fact that they had Gordos to push around, so you can't inhale Gordos, and that's really annoying. Speaking of Gordos, in this game, not everything just does 1 damage to you, as is the case in most Kirby games that have a life meter like this with just individual dots. No, Gordos do 2 dots of damage. Alright, let's grab a bomb and make some explosions! You know how I love them explosions. Alright, another thing that we have in this game are Shotzos. Shotzos are those little black cannons, they're invincible. And they do some very interesting things with Shotzos in this level, let me tell ya. We also have Squishies, those are the little, octopus squid guys. Alright, so you just keep running. No coconuts are gonna stop you, and we have a conga line of crabs! Beautiful. Alright, so here we're introduced to Kaboo. Or maybe he had appeared a little bit earlier, but this is where Kaboo really comes into play. They're the little, face things in the wall up there. Kaboos are really weird. I have no idea what they're supposed to be doing. Sometimes they teleport, sometimes they just float around, sometimes they just spouse out all over the place. Kaboos are crazy, okay? That's all you really need to know. However, in the anime, Kaboo was actually quite important. He, sort of held Kirby's Warp Star, which, unlike this game and other games in the Kirby series, the Warp Star was, like, attached to Kirby somehow. Like, in the regular Kirby games, the Warp Star, well, it's not the Warp Star, it's a Warp Star. There's a lot of them around. It's like the bus or something. Kirby jumps on one, then he flies somewhere. Sometimes it's a one-way transport system. Jump on a Warp Star and go to its destination automatically. And sometimes it's more like something you can ride, like, Kirby in the Amazing Mirror, where Kirby could call his Warp Star to him to bring him to the center, or Kirby 64, where he called his Warp Star to take him to Dark Star and such. Warp Star is very interesting. Now, in this room to my left, there's a little power-up, but I would have to go into the water to get that power-up. And, with this super spicy curry, which you might recognize from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, I would lose my power-up from that if I fell into the water. And the power-up wasn't really that useful anyway. And in this game, Kirby isn't very good with Warp Stars. He keeps crashing into walls and landing in whales and stuff. It's all just insanity. Alright, so here we have this item. It's kind of hard to say what it is. Is it a minty leaf? Is it a potato? Well, nobody really knows. It depends on which region you are playing, and what game you're playing, and stuff like that. Though I should note that both Super Spicy Curry and the thing that I just ate all appeared in the Kirby anime. And in the anime, it was a potato. The Super Spicy Curry was used to defeat a monster rather than Fire Kirby, for once. And that's really necessary because Fire Kirby appears in a ludicrous amount of times. And as for the potato, well, rather than being a power-up right there, which I used to fight Kabula, which is the boss of that area, it was, well, kind of the opposite. It made it difficult for Kirby to inhale things. So here we have some more of the interesting enemies, like those little rocket guys. Never see those guys again. Oh, and Scarfies. Oh, how I wish that they were unusual enemies. Scarfies are crazy, okay? You can't inhale them or else they completely freak out on you. And, if you attack them, they explode. Yeah, they explode on you, and the explosion hurts you, of course, even after they're dead. Alright, so here we have a Shotzo on a Paracel. Most games you could attack the Shotzo to knock it off its Paracel or something, but nope, not in this game. And here we have Sir Kibble. Later on, Sir Kibble and the Paracel and this Waddle Doo here will all give us various copy abilities. But not in this game. Nope. No copy abilities for us. Yeah, those little air gusts know how to be cool. There's shades and stuff. Whoa there, buddy! One thing to note is that in this game you cannot double jump to fly. You have to press up on the control pad, or control stick, or whatever you're using. I don't know why you'd be using a control stick to play this game. Most of the ports involve control pads, but you know, whatever. Another thing about this game is that you can neither run nor slide. Yeah, you can't do that. It's a bit sad, really. So, controlling Kirby, if you're used to the regular games, can be a little bit awkward. And by a little bit, I mean crazy awkward. It took me quite a while to get used to this. Alright, here we have Ko-Kracko. Ko-Kracko is crazy, okay? He follows a definitive pattern, never strays from it, but it can take a while to figure out exactly where you need to stand to dodge stuff. Trust me, the first time that I fought this guy, he totally KO'd me. In this game, anyway. Alright, so here we have another potato leaf thing. Except this time, the effect is temporary. Whenever fighting Kabula, the effect of the potato leaf thing is permanent until you defeat the boss. But not here. Also, your puffs are more short range than they were previously. And there we go, it's already over. Whoa there, spikes! Alright, now that area that we just passed through, and this area, are actually remade in Kirby's Adventure. But we'll get to that whenever we get to that. Alright, now these stars that are falling down, they can't hurt you, but I believe that in the extra mode of the game, they can. So that's fun. And Sir Kibble threw that cutter of his really far. And here we have a standard secret in the series. Go into the moon for a bonus room! Maximum tomato, though it might be a food bag, depending on which game you're playing. I believe the last one up is right here, yeah. 7 lives, yeah, this won't be a problem at all. Bring it, Kracko, I've got you. You'll want to stand roughly around here, because it's easier to jump over that whenever you're in the right position, and he can't hit you with his little beams. I'm not going to call them like electrical beams or anything, because they're just beams. That's the copy ability name. Beam. It makes it do that. But yeah, Kracko, once you know what you're doing, not too bad. And trust me, I know what I'm doing. Alright, time for Mount DDD. Are you ready, guys? Because I hope you're ready. Also, awesome music. Boo! Just crashing all over the place, because, geez, Kirby, you really need flight lessons. I'm glad that you get better across the series. Alright, guys, let's just do these levels in order, because why not? Wispy first. And so, we backtrack to the beginning of the game. Except, well, you will find the enemies in the various areas that we're going back to. Well, these setups are rather unique. You have to touch the Kirby at the end of the little area, and, it causes everyone to die. And then, bam! You're fighting a boss! Wispy, in this case. Yeah, he's Wispy. Do I really need to say anything about the guy? He gets a lot scarier in some... Gee whiz, voice crack. He gets a lot scarier in some games. Not this one, though. Alright, LOLOLO and LOLOLO, let's see what we got here. We got castles, because, you know, they've got a castle or something. Also, the castle was haunted. I guess I should mention that. I mean, you know, there were mummies, and little ghost enemies that kind of look like boos with giant tongues. So, you know, and bats. So it was kind of the haunted area of the game. Not really scary, though. Then again, this is a Kirby game. The only thing that's scary here is... well, okay, it's pretty scary. The thing that is scary, anyway. Trust me, you'll know when you see it. And it won't be in this game. Nothing is particularly scary in this game. Not to me, anyway. Though I guess the fact that Gordos do 2 dots of health to you is pretty scary. Onward to Kabula! And how do you spell Kabula? Well, maybe it's with a U, maybe it's with 2 O's. It's, he got renamed, or well, rather, she got renamed in Kirby Superstar Ultra. In any case, it doesn't really matter that much. And here we go, time for my leaf! I'm just gonna call it a leaf from now on. Alright, yeah, I guess I should mention the stuff about the Kabula boss, since I didn't really talk about it at all. Well, I guess there's not really much to say. Everything is just sort of self-explanatory. Just keep pressing the attack button, stay all the way to the left. Yeah, not really that hard. Avoid things that it shoots at you. She shoots at you. Alright, if you stay in front of this pillar, you'll be fine. Landing on an opponent in this state, whenever Kirby is facing the ground like that, will actually defeat opponents. So that's something nice to keep in mind. Alright, Kracko, what you got? You got beams. Yeah, Kracko is pretty much a staple of the series, just as Wispy and DDD are. He appears in most of the games. Not quite all of them, but you know, he's there. Big storm cloud with 1 eye. Now, it should be noted, I guess I should mention the story of this game a little bit now that we're coming to the end. DDD has stolen all the stars, and this is very important because the stars give people their food. That's right, they don't farm, they don't raise crops, they don't go out hunting, the stars give them their food. And this is a major problem for Dreamlanders, since what they do is they eat, they sleep, and they dream, so that's like a third of what they do right there, just taken out from them. And King DDD, he isn't even a real king. He's a self-proclaimed king, dude. It's like, no, seriously. This is worse than Sir Arthur and Monty Python the Holy Grail. Don't make me go all Tim the Peasant on you. In any case, Kirby's here to shake up the democracy. And by democracy, I mean kingdom. By beating up the king and showing him who's boss. Saving the day. Saving the food. That's how Kirby rolls. He doesn't care if you're a king. He'll beat your brains out for justice. So anyway, DDD is special because he has a huge health bar, and that's about it. He can also inhale stuff like Kirby. Not that that attack is hard to avoid, to any extent. It's just kind of annoying whenever he uses it because it doesn't give you any stars to launch back at him. Whoa there! See, I'm pretty sure that he had me right there, but it's like, no. He didn't. Whoa! That was bad. Oh, I almost got through the entire game without dying. Oh well. And he's doing his jumping attack, which I love because it's really easy to avoid. And it provides plenty of stars for you to use against him. But yeah, King DDD, as we'll see throughout the series, he's greedy, but he isn't really that bad of a guy. Kirby and him end up getting in kind of a rivalry, and it's pretty cool. Though, I don't really like how they portray DDD in the anime. He was extra incompetent. Like, at least he's putting up a good fight here, you know, he did beat me. But in the anime? No, he can't even do that. He just orders monsters to throw at Kirby. He's even worse as a king, and Any of his good traits that we find in the later games are gone. It's really sad. And there he goes! Kirby saved the stars! And he's dancing with the stars! That's what he does. Oh man! Kirby's a big hit! And thus he saves Dreamland's food. And so, that's been it, everybody. One episode! Don't really need any more episodes for a game like this. It's pretty short, really. Well, I've had fun. It's been a nice game to show off. This game wasn't exactly a part of my childhood, but, you know, future Kirby games will be. I assure you that they will be. And they will be glorious. So anyway. And Bubby gets special thanks. So yeah, this game, it was made for beginners. In fact, that's the deal with the Kirby series. It's made for beginners. Beginner gamers, that is. They're supposed to be easy to beat, but hard to 100%. And in this case, 100% means extra mode. You'll get to see how to access extra mode at the end of the video. But, you know, I'm not gonna be playing it. It's extra mode. It's extra hard, things do more damage to you, some enemies are changed up. But, you know, it's pretty much the same game anyway. Bye-bye, everybody! And with that, we find how to access extra mode, while DDD completely spazzes out on us. Well, folks, I've been Mr. Game & Pie, and this has been Let's Play Kirby's Dreamland. This has been a fun little Let's Play, just one episode, and I hope to be doing many more Kirby games in the future. I'll see you guys later!